Hello. Hi. Okay. The major disclaimer first is I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against self. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital NLT. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Now, what am I gonna do today? Oh yeah, partly my deconversion story is I read from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22. I think it is 22 or 23 or I was correct with the 22. It's 21 verses. Okay, Revelation Genesis 1 to Revelation 1:21. I must have read 5 times over as a Christian. And it still did not hit me. I mean, when I decided to go full blown Christianity, I was like 26, and I went 4 years straight till I was 30, and then I went a 180 and concluded atheism. It's because of torture versus torture. Let's get into that torture. 2 Samuel 12:31. And he brought forth the people that were therein and put them under saws and Herod's iron. You know those ancient torture devices that would hook up to your arms and legs, and they'd stretch you out. They'd stretch you out so fucking hard that your limbs would detach and you'd fucking die. Okay, so that's what that's about. And he brought forth the people that were therein and put them under saws and under heads of iron and under axes of iron and made them pass through the brick kiln like a fucking stove, like you're a torture device and you're fucking heading for a fucking stove right there. Wow. And thus did he unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. Now, children's included in all this. That means that they're burning fucking dead children. Well, why wouldn't you think that I'm a damn atheist? Hi, dog, nice. Hi, nice to see you. After all that bad shit that I said, all of a sudden they said the children of Ammon. That means children were involved in this. I'm gonna stretch you up on these iron instruments and I make you pass through a fucking oven and talking about fucking children, torture, burning, the fucking death of fucking people. Why do you think I'm an atheist? Okay. 1 Chronicles 20, verse 3. And he brought out the people that were in it and cut them with saws and with arrows of iron and with axes. Even so dealt David with all the cities of the children of Ammon. And David and all the people returned to Jerusalem. They're just fucking people up. You got iron instruments that fucking stretch you so hard that you fucking explode and you fucking die. And hey, that's A-okay with God. It's taking hairs of iron and the burning fire and shit like that. Now, why wouldn't I be a damn atheist? Mo, why you in it? You ever have someone actually in your family cry that, oh, Mo is an atheist, Mo? And what I do with them is laugh like, ah, 6,000-year-old Earth. It was like the Flintstones, like 6,000 years ago, because before the Ark, there was humans and dinosaurs, and then you have over 200 verses of a flat Earth. And you think that sphere is in the Bible, but sphere is not in the Bible. Okay. But torture is encouraged. 2 Samuel 12:31, 1 Chronicles 20, verse 3. This is all your evil King David. All these words are like evil King David. King David kind of like dominates all the Psalms. So let's see what he has to say. Psalm 11. Was David a righteous man? I have my questions, don't you? Let's see what he had to say. What do you have to say? Psalm 11. 4 through 6. The Lord is in the holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold the eyelids. Try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, my soul hateth. And you know, but for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. But no. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, my soul hateth. There's people he hates. That's a big major contradiction to your God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Okay. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. Yeah, Lord, he first so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that you should have a portion of your cup. Break time. How you doing? What's up? That kind of shit deserves a fucking smoke break. I tobacco. Yeah, papers. Yeah. I've been doing nothing but tobacco for like 20 something years. There's one day, 25 years ago, I was homeless and I had little to no money, so I buy the cheapest pipe tobacco. And it doesn't matter how much money I have. I've been doing the cheap pipe tobacco, bottom of the barrel crap, most of my life. It's quite satisfying. Except when your paper doesn't stick well. Hey, thanks for the recognition, dog. I appreciate it. I don't feel like typing anything. I'll just talk to you. So we get on the topic of for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That's the only thing that really, really matters to me. No. We'll go to Psalm 21. Here is my deconversion story. Back, my mid 20s to my early 30s, I was like on fire. Like I really believe this shit story about how, oh please, you mumble some words up in the air like, oh please, I'm really sorry that I sinned. I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry about the other thing, and please make me a new, whatever the fuck, whatever that salvation shit is you say. Um, I think it was just pretend, and I just did that just to appease to like say my wife and my family and my friends and stuff. I was kind of raised religious, but by age 31, I did a 180. From then on, when I was 31, I've already been divorced and my mom already died, and I was left homeless, and I had a Bible and I was reading it over and over and over and over and over and over. Who who the fuck has anything to do when you're homeless in a tent and all you have is a Bible? Read it over and over. And you know what? I started getting on fire. And I would go out on the city streets and say, hey, you need Jesus. Where else? I don't want to see you go to hell. And then I would say, he's the way, the truth, and the life. And I was like a really brainwashed fuckwad for about 5 years straight. And finally, one day, I just couldn't take it anymore. One day, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go to Psalm 21. Five to 9. His glory is great. In thy salvation, honor, and majesty. It's all laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceedingly glad with thy countenance. For the king trusteth in the Lord, and thou mercy of the Most High. He shall not be moved. Then you go to verse 8, which is a 180 from all that peaceful shit. And then you go to the cruelties and violences. Verse 8 starts off a fucking horror story for me. Thy hand shall find out thy enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Of course I fucking hate you. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Guess what the next verse says? 21:10. Their fruit, which means children, shall I destroy from the earth. Destroying children from the earth. And their seed from among the children of man. That means you're burning to fucking dead children. That's when I drew the line. I said, I'm an atheist now. I'm an unbeliever now. I now went above your moral book. I went above your morals. I'm not going to burn to death children. I'm not going to stone to death children. I'm not going to rape women. I'm not going to cut open pregnant bellies or anything like that. Okay. The tortures of the atrocities of the atrocities. about to review. My deacon version is Psalm 21, 8 through 10. Thine hand shall find out all thy enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven. In the time of my anger, the Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Next verse says, children. How sweet. But he first so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Okay, I display anger. Well, what are you going to do when these verses come up? I'm telling you why I deconverted from, I was full-blown Christian, like a street evangelist. Then I turned atheist at age 31. That was 23 years ago. Okay. Now, maybe I have a vendetta against this. I mean, that really fucking hurt me so bad that I'll decide to be an unbeliever from then on. Another comment. The atrocities, the cruelties and violences, the injustices, turn me into a Hulk. I do get angry about them. Where's the next comment? When I actually did realize the cruelties and violences, the injustices, I was automatically morally above your book. My morals surpass above your book. When you're talking about burning children to death and stoning children to death, raping and slicing open, I'm an atheist, okay? Not only atheist, I'm kind of anti-religionist. I'm anti-apologist. I consider myself agnostic, which means that the view and talk of any God is totally meaningless. But the reason why I harp on this and bash on this is because I live in a Christian society. And Christianity is harmful to our society. So I'm going to keep on going on it. Into your head. Oh, I get it. Hey, cool. Cool. I like your input, dog. Yeah. Right. No, I went off on a tangent. I went on a long fucking story. Let's go to Isaiah 30. 30. And the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall show the light down onto it. He's going to show some lightning down from his arm. It says that God shoots lightning from his arm. Wow. Isaiah 30, verse 30 says, he shoots lightning from his arm. Of his anger, the flame devouring fire, the scattering tempest, and hailstones. Is all this shit coming from a God arm or what the fuck? For thy voice, O Lord, shall the Assyrian be beaten down and smote with a rod, just with a voice. And in every place where the grounded staff shall pass, which the Lord shall lay upon him, it shall be tabrets and harps and battles of shaken will he fight with it. For Topeth is ordained of old, yeah, for the king is prepared. He hath made it deep and large. The pile therefore is fire and much wood. The breath of the Lord is like a stream of brimstone. Is your Lord a fire-breathing dragon? He says that there's a little fire and then the Lord breathes and it's a lot of fire and it's brimstone. But Mo, why Mo? Why be an atheist, Mo? Man. Oh, why am I an atheist? Oh, I really believe that story is about a fire-breathing dragon god. All right, we're not even done, are we? Yeah, we are done with Isaiah 30 to 33. Amos chapter 1. Amos chapter 2. Make a note of that. I have to read those 2 chapters because I'm not going to read them tonight. Cut down time here. We'll go with 3. I suggest if you're a Christian, you read all of Amos. Fucking hilarious shit. 1 and 2 I'll skip over today and I'll get back to it. Hear the word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. I know everybody, everyone's family. I am going to punish you for your iniquities. How sweet. But I first I loved the world, you know. Can 2 walk together except they be agreed? Yeah, there's always some kind of discord between people. No one's in total agreement, right? Will a lion roar in the forest when he had no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his time if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall into a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, They say there's evil in the city, and who did it? The Lord has done it. There's an evil in the city, and the Lord has done it. Amos 3:6. Okay. Amos 9:3. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence, and thou they be hid from my sight. In the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And now they go into captivity before their enemies. Thence will I command the sword, and shall slay them. But I first so loved the world that I get. And I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. He says he's a terror above the cities. Then he says he's a source of evil, but not good. So, oh my Moa, why did you become an atheist, Mo? He says if there's an evil in the city, the Lord has done it. And then you set my eyes upon them for evil, not for good. So why are you an atheist, Mo? Why don't you dump your religion